The Richardsons and Owens used this room to entertain their visitors. It was likely the site of both pre-dinner cocktails and after-dinner entertainments that could include conversation, games, and music. Of course, without radios or streaming services, they needed to make their own music. Music, art, language, and handicrafts were a few of the subjects the daughters of the wealthy would have covered in their education. The social season in Savannah began in October and lasted until May. In the summer months, most of the wealthy citizens retreated to more desirable climates in northern states or in Europe. Savannah summers are hot, and in the 19th century were plagued with diseases like yellow fever. For much of their occupancy, the windows would have remained open for ventilation. With dirt streets and horses for transportation, these rooms likely became dusty quickly, requiring constant cleaning, particularly of the wall-to-wall carpets. Please proceed up the stairs carefully, being conscious of other groups descending.
Okay. Library is next. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh.
So y'all's next stops will be 11 and 12, so they're this way to the right. Okay. So you can do whichever one and then swap out with the other group, however y'all want to do it. Okay. We're doing some preservation work in that room, as y'all can see, fixing some cracks in the plaster, and then we're going to restore it to its original blue paint color from the 1820s.
Oh.
So yeah, they did paint analysis to find that out. They dug through all the layers of paint over the years to get to it. So pretty amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
And the bridge is original to the house as well.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Wavy.
That is unique, isn't it?
Is it raining out?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've been under a pretty wet spell the last week or so.
Oh, we got in here just in time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to clear up or continue, but we'll see.
Well, we do.
They never get the weather right here. You never really know what's going to do.
We do have our raincoats, so we're okay. Oh. See, this is library is that away, so we're in the bed chamber. Okay, here we go.
The Owens children, like children from most wealthy Southern families, were cared for by enslaved women. In this case, women called Emma and Mom Kate. These women occupied a unique space in the system. They raised children from birth, spending more time with them than either of their parents and seeing to their daily needs. The children they raised would have viewed them much like a mother and felt a deep bond. Yet those children were being taught from birth by parents and society that Emma and Mom Kate were beneath them, that they were property that could be bought and sold. Emma would have needed to discipline the children to teach them how to behave in society, all the while knowing that they could one day discipline her by sending her to the local jail, which they did when she was 60 years old.
Wow.
Nursemaids slept on pallets like the ones stored under the bed here, while their young charges slept in beds. We don't know where Emma's daughter Harriet slept. She could have slept in the slave quarters with the other enslaved people on the property, or she might have been left at one of the Owens' rural enslaved labor camps.
Well, that was harsh.
This is number 11.
Okay. Northwest bedchamber. Is that the library?
This is the library, where Owens met with friends and colleagues for business and social visits. Owens was politically active nationally and locally, serving as alderman in Savannah for 11 years between 1817 and 1843, including a term as mayor in 1832. He also served in the United States House of Representatives from 1835 to 1839. Bound copies of Owens' congressional debate records are in the secretary in this room. Though he was in office for 4 years, he only actively participated in passing one piece of legislation. In the 19th century, like today, petitioning the government was one of the ways citizens made their views and desires known to their representatives. In the early 19th century, many abolitionists sent letters and petitions to Congress. In the 1837-1838 session, for example, they received 130,000 petitions advocating for the abolition of slavery. Of course, Southern lawmakers, who relied on enslaving people to maintain their economic dominance, opposed the abolition of slavery and fought vigorously to keep any debate about abolition out of the halls of
It's all
Congress.
about the money, isn't it?
In 1836,
Still.
they succeeded in passing the first gag rule, which tabled any discussion of abolition in the House of Representatives.
All right, so we got the
So that was 11, 12.
parents' bedchamber.
This room, which is furnished as a typical 19th century bedchamber in a wealthy home, features a bust of the Marquis de Lafayette. Lafayette was the French general who brought aid to the Patriots during the American Revolution.
Oh,
He returned to
well then I'm in the wrong spot.
13, you'll just follow the arrows back down.
Thank you. You want me to go first, sweetie?
Yeah, okay. As long as I hold on, I don't have to hold it. Fine.
Okay.
Oh, now it's stopped.
Yep. There you go. Okay. One way. Okay. Lead on, baby. Oh, nice digs.
France to play a pivotal, though complicated role in the French Revolution, including drafting the Declaration of Rights of Man and of the Citizen. Lafayette was an ardent abolitionist and was greatly disappointed that the United States chose to continue the system of slavery after gaining independence from Britain. Lafayette is said to have told a friend, "I would never have drawn my sword in the cause of America if I could have conceived that thereby I was founding a land of slavery." When Lafayette visited Savannah in 1825, he was the last surviving Major General of the Revolution and somewhat of a superstar in the U.S. Savannahans were nervous about one of the world's most famous abolitionists visiting their city filled with enslaved people. The mayor even published a notice in local newspapers beforehand to remind slave owners to keep their enslaved servants off the streets and out of sight.
Okay, so what's next?
Kitchen.
Where's the...
You're gonna take the right hand staircase under the porch.
Okay,
I'm the push. Thank you.
thank you.
Oh,
Oh my God, you did even worse.
feels great out here, doesn't it?
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Richardson's position inside.
basement. Here, let me go first just to be on the safe side.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my glasses are fogging.
Yeah. Oh my God, the humidity went from 100 to 200 here.
Feels pretty good, sweetie.
Oh my God.
Feels great, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It would be better if I were open to so you could be in the water.
That's a fact. Push gently. Okay, gently.
Most people don't today have no idea what's going on. You laundry there? That's what it was. Yeah. I mean, I get such blank looks. Yes, go right, yeah, well, I don't.
Okay,
Okay, so let's.
this is restoration. Let's see what we got going on here. This is 14. Yeah, this is where we need to be. This is the kitchen.
This room is the original kitchen for the property. Diane, the enslaved cook for the Owens family, spent the majority of her time in this space.
Hi.
With the help of
The first
other
thing I wanted to mention is to point out to you, is the flooring that you see all in this area is original.
Whoa.
And it's uneven.
Yes.
And that's what we're concerned about, it's uneven.
Yeah.
So please watch your step.